Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Sunday afternoon. I think it's afternoon. Yes, it's just afternoon, and I'm going to do the pros and cons of homeownership in this video. So yesterday I did things to consider before buying a home for first-time home buyers. And if you haven't watched that video, check that video out. It was posted yesterday, and there were some really good comments in there, more in-depth about things that I talked about, as far as, the mortgage could go up because interest goes up, or the value of your home goes up, which raises other things, the escrow amounts and things like that. So check out those comments in the video, and thank you for everyone who chimed in on that. Alright, so now I'm going to go over pros and cons of owning a home. I'm going to go over the cons first because we'll just get that out of the way. Alright, so I came up with 4 cons of being a homeowner. And again, if you can think of something else, drop it in the comments. So the first con is added cost. So being a renter, and I'm talking like insurance and property taxes and things like that. So being a renter, if you get renter's insurance, back when we had renter's insurance, it was like $110 a year. So when we became homeowners, now you have homeowners insurance, which will go up significantly because the insurance is now covering the buildings, not just your personal property, but it's covering the buildings like the garage, the home itself, those kinds of things. So your insurance is going to go up significantly. Now in 2011, when we bought our home, we were paying $110 on renter's insurance a year. And when we bought the home, our homeowner's insurance at that time was about $700. Now it's much more. Our homeowner's insurance now, sorry, I got something in my eye. Our homeowner's insurance now is $1,000 a year. So that's going to go up significantly from renter's insurance. So that's added cost, and if you don't escrow, you're going to have to, whatever your homeowner's insurance is, divide that by the 12 months, and you should save that up monthly, unless you can afford to just pay it all at once. So number one of a con is added cost in the form of homeowner's insurance. Number 2, property taxes. As a renter, you don't pay property taxes, but when you own a home, you now pay property tax. And it's different for everybody because everybody's property is valued differently. And so you're not going to have just a set amount on your property tax. And it could go up. So, okay, Gypsy's about to bark. Okay, she's not. The delivery truck went by and she ran to the window, but it drove by. So yeah, property taxes you'll have to pay now. Number 3 of con is maintenance and upkeep of the property. So when something breaks, when you're just trying to upkeep the property, maintaining the house, the garage, everything, that cost is now on you. As a renter, you can call your landlord, and I say that very loosely because not all landlords are good landlords. You have slumlords out there. We had a slumlord who didn't give a crap if we died from our furnace being bad. So yeah, there are bad landlords out there. And when we decided to buy a home, as I'm going over these pros and cons, we actually, in the few years before we bought the house, we had discussed buying a house, but because there were added costs and everything, we didn't feel like we were ready to. So I'm glad we waited. Gypsy? She knows I'm recording, so she's trying to be sneaky by eating the cat's food, their wet canned food. Be a good girl. So yeah, if something breaks in the house, whether it's your furnace, window, the hot water heater, anything, the cost is now on you. You can't just call a landlord. And again, I say that loosely because not all landlords would fix that. But as a homeowner, it's your responsibility from the get-go. So you have to keep that in mind. And that was probably one of the biggest things that kept us from doing this the couple years before we actually did it. So if you have roof replacement, window replacement, appliances, whether it be refrigerator, stove. Now, I understand a lot of apartments furnish these things, some don't. So, like I said, your furnace, all that cost is on you. Now, let me go over our situation, and a lot of you are already aware of it, but last summer, there are programs out there to help low-income folks. We fell into a really good program here in our area, and we had a lot of things done to our house last summer. And the big blessing was we did not have to pay for it. None of it. So I don't know if every community has that great of a program, but our community has really good programs. We had applied through several programs, but it was all, you have to pay this, this, and this. And then we went through the company that we got installation done 2 summers ago. And the company is called Partners, Community Partners. And last summer, we were eligible to get a new roof, a new window, front window, new gutters, gutter guards, not just gutters, but we got gutter guards where the leaves won't fall in the gutters. The fascia was replaced, new carpeting, and a new stove. I think that's everything we got, but we were so blessed to get that and not have to pay for it. But in an everyday situation, that's not the norm. So you have to save up for those repairs that might come. So just keep that in mind. All those things are on you now as a homeowner. Then number 4 is, now that you're a homeowner, if any work is done, like our area, we don't have sidewalks or street lights. Where we live, we're right at the edge of, we have the city of where we live, and then we have the town of. We're right on the edge of city where we actually share a street with the town of. So we have no sidewalks because the town of doesn't have the sidewalks. But if you're within like more city limits and you have sidewalks, if the city comes through and they're going to do work on the sidewalks, like right in front of your house, they're going to tear them up, redo them, everything, you're most likely going to get a bill for that. Wherever they're doing the work, the homeowners in that covering that area will get a bill for that. That happened with Glenn's ma years ago, where she received a bill because they were going to tear up the sidewalks in front of her house, going all through like 4 houses down, and they all received a bill because they were going to have to pay for that. So keep those things in mind. Those are the pros the cons I came up with. So 4 of them. If you can think of anything else, drop it down on the comments for the cons. So now I'm going to go through the pros of homeownership. For the cons, I only had 4. For the pros, I have 11. So let's go through that. I'm going to take a drink. I have my tumbler with sweet tea in it. For those of you who've never seen my tumbler, this is my spring and summer tumbler. I ordered it off Temu last summer, I think it was, or the summer before. And I had ordered all these transfer stickers, and I put all these stickers on. So real pretty. All right, so, all right, let's go through the pros of being a homeowner. All right, so, and these are in no specific order, just as I could think of them. Number one is you no longer have to worry about if your lease is not going to be renewed as a renter, or you're going to get a letter saying you have to move within 60 days because I'm selling the building or whatever the reason might be. So you as a homeowner no longer have to worry about that. And I've seen several YouTubers in the past year where they actually had to move within 60 days because the property was being sold. So that's something you no longer have to worry about. Number two, it's yours. The home is yours. As long as you are paying your mortgage payment every single month and not defaulting, that home is yours. Nobody can take it away from you. So that's definitely a pro. All right, number three, you have the freedom to remodel your house without asking anybody. As a renter, you have to ask your landlord if you could even paint a wall. As a homeowner, you can do whatever. You want to paint? Feel free to paint. You don't have to ask anybody. You want to remodel? Remodel. You don't have to ask anybody. It is yours. You have the freedom to do more things with your home now. So that is a pro. And if you remodel, that adds value to your house, your home, your property. So keep that in mind. Number four, you have equity in your home as long as you're paying into it. So as you pay over time, you gain equity in your home. So you can think of your home as an investment. You gain equity, which you can use later on if you want, but that is yours. As a renter, you will never see that money again. As you pay into your mortgage, you're building up, if you will, a savings. So that's a pro. Number five, the value, I touched on this with the remodel, but the value of your home will go up, or can go up. I won't say it will because I can't promise you that, but our home, the property value with the city stayed the same for a long time, but in the past few years, our property value has gone up significantly. So that, again, more investment for you. Number six. So in the cons, we had you had to pay property taxes as a con. But it falls back to the pro as well, where you can claim deductions on your tax benefits. So as you pay property taxes, you can deduct your interest and the interest you pay on your mortgage and your taxes that you pay. So those are deductions you can have on your income tax return. All right, and number seven, as I said, your home is an investment. When renting, I said this before, you'll never see that money again. It doesn't go into savings for you. It doesn't build up equity. You pay it and you lose it. Yes, you get a place to live at the time, but as a homeowner, your home is an investment for you because you're paying into it. If you're remodeling, you're giving value to it. So later down the road, if you want to sell it, you've raised your value. You can, use your equity, whatever the case may be, but your home is now an investment for you. So that was number seven. Number eight is stability. Stability in the form of, one, this is your home now. But two, not having to move around every year, every 2 years. Like as a renter, if they don't renew your lease, you got to move. And let's say you got to move every year. That could be daunting. And as a homeowner, you don't have to worry about that because now you could possibly just stay in this community, one community, for years to come. And if you have a family, kids that go to school, you don't have to constantly move their schools, change their schools. and now they have sense of community for years down the road if you wish. So that is the stability. Number 9, you can turn your property, it can be a business opportunity for you. If you buy a home, you can live in it or whatever, but maybe later on you decide you want to move somewhere else, or you just want to travel or whatever, but you don't want to keep the home to live in. So you can turn it into a business opportunity and you can rent it out. So that way when you're charging rent, you're covering your mortgage payment, but then you're charging more than what your mortgage payment is because you're also profiting from it. So your home can be a business opportunity for you later down the road if you wish to do so. And number 10, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. When, like Glenn and I, we never ever thought we would own a home. Never in our wildest dreams. And when we went through all the process and closed on the house, it was like a ton of bricks off our shoulders. Like when we rented, we were in the back of our minds, we were always worried about, because our landlord, we lived in a side-by-side, and our landlord lived on one side, we lived on the other side. And he was older, he was getting older, and in the back of our minds, we were always worried about he's going to sell it because he's going to move to Arizona, because he went to Arizona every year for golfing, and we always thought he's just going to want to move to Arizona, he's going to sell the house. So we were always worried about that. So we never thought we would be homeowners. We really never thought. We searched rentals and things like that. It gives you a sense of accomplishment to know you did it. You purchased the home. And a lot of people don't ever think that they're going to be in a position to be able to purchase a home. But when you get to it, and it takes work, you got to work at it. But it is such a sense of accomplishment when we bought this house. So that gives you that. And then the last one, number 11, peace of mind, to know this home is yours. Nobody can take it as long as I'm paying the mortgage. Nobody can tell me what to do. Nobody's going to give me a letter saying I have to move in 60 days because I'm selling the building. If I want to remodel it, I can do it and not have to ask anybody. So peace of mind, this home is yours. And it's an investment for you. So those are the 11 pros I came up with for being a homeowner. And again, if you can think of more, drop it down in the comments. That way, again, so everybody can see it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. And then I'll continue with my day. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to some of you that are considering purchasing a home for the first time, or trying to just see what the pros and cons of being a homeowner is. So, all right. So thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video. I appreciate all of you and the support you give my channel. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.